Hello friends, welcome to my channel, a channel for learning simple coding. If you find this video to be helpful, please like, share and subscribe my channel. In last video we learned what is loading UI and how to implement streaming by using suspense components. In this video we are going to understand the most important part of any application is called error handling. How next.js handle errors, that we are going to learn in this video. Now what is error handling? First of all we have to understand what is error. So error is a unnecessary condition in a programming that stop normal flow of execution of a program. Means something happen that not allowed to normally execute our code, that is called error. Like we are fetching some data from a server and server is not running, data is not coming, URL is not fine, IP address is wrong. There are so many things are available in error. So the process to tackle all these unwanted situation in a programming is called error handling. Now what is the need of error handling? Need is very simple, to give a better user experience to the user. If error happen in your website, nobody will come, nobody will use your website. So we are providing a better user experience to the user. That's why we use error handling. Now third question is how to use error.js, error.jsx and error.tsx file in next.js for error handling. So these are the three files that is required to handle such kind of error. Automatically these files execute whenever we have error. So if you are using JavaScript, so you can use JS and JSX. If you're using TypeScript, then you have to use TSX. Now what is the role of global-error.jsx and global-error.jsx and TSX? Same, if you are handling an error under a certain route or folder, then you can use error.js. But if you want to handle your error globally, means only one file you want to use for handling all kind of error in your website, then you can use global-error.js file in app directory. Here directly in app directory on a same label where we have a page.js file. So same label, on this label you can create your file global-error.js, so it will handle all the error from your website. But here I am not taking a global file, you can test your global file yourself. I am taking here the module under this loading. So under the loading I am going to create a error.js file that will handle a error. So now I create a file, so I say here error.js or JSX, whatever you want, and here I say RAFCE, remember. And for error handling, this having a two parameter, one is error, second is reset, remember. So if you want to reset the error, means you want to refresh your page once again for handling error, you can execute this reset, otherwise you have an error. Now if we have an error here, so what we can do, here I say first of all h2 and I say something is wrong. What is wrong? We can display that information here in error.message. Remember, error.message we can display for this. We can create one more button here, and here we say refresh. We can say refresh. Again we can execute and then it will load the. So I say on click, you see, and under this arrow function, and I say here reset function I call like this. Remember, reset, I am calling it for refreshing this. And we can use error message dot error dot message like this, and I can use stringifier also to display this. So I say JSON dot stringify, and here under this I can display this message to avoid any kind of problem. So I remove this. Directly I pass data, then I remove this, save this, and I say error dot message. Okay, so now we have this, we have a refresh, we can give class name also here. So class name, and here I say btn danger, like this. Save this. Now try to see if it is running or we have a error. So we have to use on client side. So for that I use this because it's a error handling. So I say it will execute in client side. So I say use client. Save this. Now you see on loading page, if I execute loading, you see all is coming, but there is no error right now here in this loading page. That's why without any problem it is executing. So I need to create a dummy error so that I can replace these page by a error page. You see here, this error page is ready, something is wrong is ready, everything is ready. It will display something is wrong, error, what is the error it will display. But problem is that we do not have a error. So we have to go to this page here, and in this page I have to generate a dummy error. So how I can create a dummy error? For that I go here and I create a function. I say const, I say display error, and I create like a arrow function. I return here fetch, and here I pass any dummy type of URL, http, any dummy type of URL. I say abc.com/abc, like this. This URL is not available, but I'm using this URL to fetch information, and I execute this information here. I call this function display error here, remember. So whenever I will call this function, that means this is not executing properly, so it will generate error. If some error is fired in this module, then automatically this page will execute. You will see that if something is wrong is coming. So once again I execute, you see loading is coming, loading is coming. You see after loading something is wrong is coming. Why something is wrong? Because this page having a error right now. So this page having a error. Remember that this error I am creating as a dummy error, but it may be any kind of error. Just to make this video, just make you comfortable to understand the situation, I am creating a dummy error and I'm calling this. So this module page.js loading module is showing a error. You see, if I go here in home, there is no error. We can refresh this, no error at all. We can go to service, here is no error at all. We go to about, there is no error at all. Remember, go to contact, no error at all. But as I go to loading, you see, as I go to loading, press enter, automatically loading page execute, but it have a error. So in place of showing the full page, it's showing a error. If I say refresh, then once again it refresh. If there is a certain amount of some URL is not accessible and we say refresh, that means it will refresh the load page and maybe some error is resolved. But right now there is no resolving because this is a permanent error, it cannot be resolved. That's why it not refreshing this, otherwise it will refresh the error also. Now we have learned this, how to generate error. So we understand what is the error.jsx file, how to handle error in next.js. Now the role of global-error.js, that means here I am handling this error under this loading route, but error may be come in student, error may be come in web, error may be come in home. So if you want to handle error each and every module independently, so you can create error.jsx in each and every module. But if you don't want to create so many files, so you can create a one file just here in a scope of page.js. Under app directly you can create global-error.jsx that will handle all the error of your page. So I am not creating that, it is for you testing purpose. Create your file, create your dummy error and check this. Now last one is not-found.js. This file is responsible for 404. Suppose here I am giving some other URL. Suppose I say here my URL, or I say Dr. Vipin classes, like this, but this URL is not available right now, so it will generate 404 error. You see, this page is not available, that's why it's generating 404, means page not found error. So in place of this by default layout, if you want to create your own layout and own custom 404 message you want to display, then you can create one more file under the app folder. Remember, under the app folder, just the same label as page.js file is have, we have to create not-found.jsx or js, whatever you give the name, and here we say RAFCE. Suppose here now we have a page not found error, so I say here that I say h2, and here I say 404, and I say here page not found, like this error I want to display. So I say as a class name, I say here that is tflex. Here I say justify content center and align items center, like this. I save this, and I can give page also. So I say basis, I say bg dot warning to display message warning. Save this. Like that way I want to display my message, and expected comma. So it's generating some error in creating this component because we can't give the name here, like this name is not a valid name, that's why generating a problem. So file name is not hyphen found, but the component name we can say not found. Okay, otherwise it will generate error because we can't give the hyphen to the component name, we can give underscore. So everything is okay. So now you can give any component name like this and page not found, and you see that, you see page not found custom error is coming. You see, if I give something else like this and I refresh it, so you see by default page is not coming now, it coming only 404 page not found. It's a dummy page that I have created here. Remember that I have created here, that page is executing here, and we can give into the center of the screen also. So we can say VH100, try to call this, so it is, yeah, you see full page we have covered the height, and now it is coming in the center of the screen, you see. So 404 page not found. So this error is generated by me, custom error, otherwise it show the ready-made 404 error. So if you want to create your own custom 404 page, so you can give the name not found, not hyphen found, and remember don't give here the space or hyphen because it's a name. We have the rule of creating a variable or function name, so it may be underscore but it cannot be hyphen, otherwise it will generate error. So like this way we can use not-found.js file. It may be not-found.js, it may be not-found.jsx for 404 error handling. So in this video we understand what is error handling, what is error, what is the requirement of error handling because of giving a better user experience. What is the use of error.js, we have also understand. What is the use of global-error.js, we have understand. What is the use of not-found.js file for handling 404 custom error. So each and every concept we have understand. There are so many interview questions we have tackled here, so I try to give you overview in a very simple way. If you like it, if you understand something and some new knowledge you got from this video, please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching this video.